against, I wouldn't say Xborg, but it's not very good against someone like Arethel, Yue. What do you think?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not really too scared about the Rithel, but I feel like the range coming out from Novaria just might be a little bit too much to handle. And you know, Rithel, he does well. He has that AoE, but Rithel does take some time to scale. But Dave, we're jumping in.
Yeah, it seems like timer has been running out. If you're watching at home, it's time to share the stream, like, subscribe, and turn the bell onto all notification bells. Tell all your friends, tell your parents, tell your uncle, tell your entire family. We don't care. Get them in. This is the grand final day. Who's gonna make it to the grand final match? First game between Bloodthirsty King and Team Avalon is on the way. Casters, take it away.
That's right, into the loser bracket finals, best of 3. Only one will move forward to be your grand finalist to fight it out against the Ohio brothers. Will it be the Bloodthirsty Kings or will it be Avalon? You have Mobazane running the Lancelot in the jungle for Avalon. You are gonna be seeing this Fredrin.
And honestly, Mobazane on the Lancelot, it's definitely a treat for the crowd. Mobazane traditionally likes to play a lot of the utility side, and to be on an Assassin in a grand final series, you know, that's something definitely a treat. But a small opening coming through, Avalon decides to go for a 2-1-1 onto the XP lane, and Btk responds the same exact way. They want to make sure all these heroes can get to level 4 and make sure they're all ready for that next turtle fight.
Right, and looking at the emblems showing up, 5 Impure Rages across the board. That Quantum Charge, you are going to go ahead and see them revving up, trying to do some additional damage. Now, what we've seen from the past, right? The last time we've seen both of these teams play was yesterday, and it was a best of 3. It ended up in BTK's favor with a 2-0 sweep, but this is their final chance. This is the loser bracket finals. Will Avalon be able to turn this around, or will we see BTK push forward to the grand finals?
Well, here's the thing about Avalon. Their kind of style is to, you know, make sure Basic can get into that late game. So we're probably going to see a lot of Cold World moving onto that gold lane. Maybe not during the first rotation before the first turtle, but definitely afterwards, he's going to be using that flicker off that cooldown, using the Divine Judgment, making sure Basic can get the resources he needs.
Yeah, definitely needing to get Basic online. He is going to be going up against ISO, one of the 4 horsemen for the NACT fall season. Definitely an expert in the gold lane and reigning champion from the last NACT. So looking at what we're seeing so far, we haven't really seen Chicken too much on the Mathilda, but Mathilda just got a recent buff, right? One of the more superstar heroes in the support system that Moonton's been pushing for, so it can work in their favor. Looking at the XP matchup, it is going to be that Xborg going up against Promise on this Esmeralda. Now that's definitely something we're going to have to watch out for.
Of course, we definitely have to watch out for it, but Tarzan is going to be the first one that pulls on this objective, and wow, he's not even choosing to go for all the way Mobazane on this Lancelot, trying to go back, and I do think they're going to be able to just kind of get away with this buff, and the objective is going to go to Avalon here.
Right, it is going to go in Avalon's favor, and the Divine Judgment on the Yato is going to be able to get out just in time, but pulled back. Astro Echo goes down to hit the team. Tarzan draws first blood, takes down Yato. First objective going to Avalon, but Last Insanity trying to catch Cold World, able to get out of there just in time. Chicken circling Eagle around, connects on to Demon all the way into that turret, but he will not fall.
Yeah, it's just not enough damage coming out from Chicken. You know, he might be playing that Edict before and able to kind of have that kill pressure. But on the Mathilda, you're kind of just using the enemy's mistake. You want to kind of make sure that they are miscalculating their fights and making sure that, you know, BTK, they can kind of just sustain the damage. But Mobazane,
yeah, he's going to go in with this Lancelot Thorn Rose, able to get his orange buff. Tarzan doing a good job of trying to invade. Right now, it's looking like it's working more in Avalon's favor, right? They're invading the jungle, they took the first neutral objective, and they got first blood. That is a 3-for-none trade so far against BTK.
Yeah, but the invade does come through, but you can kind of tell Mobazane is already on level 6. Tarzan kind of has to catch up on the buffs, but he should be able to grab up that level quite well. The gold lead, 3 minutes in, it's only about 500 difference, so it's still going to be a close game.
Speaking of close things, circling Eagle in, Fried Chicken, Mr. Worldwide gets the first kill for BTK, takes down Basic in the goal lane, and now a little bit of a skirmish in the mid toward the jungle. Mobazane, Thorn Rose out, but you are going to see the Praise Wrap draft down. The Energy Eruption for the double set. Last Insanity flicker in from T onto Tarzan, like right on Rice. Yato taking him down.
A small sniper coming in from Yato. We kind of knew that Novaria is going to have a lot of impact on this game. And with the Impure Rage, the first skill just does so much more. And right now, you know, honestly, BTK, they're looking to kind of push forward. They're trying to farm up a little bit, but even on the top side, you can see the Esmeralda matchup is just a little bit too much.
Well, speaking of matchups, there goes Chicken again on to Cold World. You are going to see Yato get the kill, takes him down.
Yeah, Novaria, another snipe coming through. He already has 2 of the 3 kills participation, so Novaria is definitely going to be smelling a lot of trouble. Now, Mobazane already on this next neutral objective. Tarzan a little bit slow onto the rotation, but you can see BTK, they're not really putting a lot of members there.
Yeah, and speaking of BTK, Zane pulling the aggro of the turtle. Tarzan right by him, able to get the retribution for Avalon. That will be the 2nd turtle in their hands again. BTK yet to claim 1.
Yeah, and right here, they're putting a lot of pressure onto the bot side once again. This is kind of what a lot of the roamers like to do. These neutral objectives, they just kind of let the junglers deal with it. They're going for some utility side, and they put the supports on the bottom. Now, here's the thing. I don't think they know Cold World is on this boss, and he has that flicker and Divine Judgment. The first person that comes up, they're definitely going to go for it.
Look at Chicken already in the bush. Does Basic know he's there? Is providing that vision. Speaking of vision, the taunt on him over Zane. Phantom Execution's out, having a little bit of a rough start so far in the jungle, but they are leading in kills. So hey, it's not out of the ballpark yet, but definitely Avalon having the first objectives in their favor. BTK leading in the kills.
Yeah, they're leading the kills, leading the goal. It's really, really close so far, but you kind of see Avalon, even if they're not completely up ahead, they're still looking to go aggressive. They're kind of moving towards on the opposite side, moving past that river. So Avalon definitely are still looking to be aggressive, asserting dominance, making sure that this Beatrix has a good time in lane.
Yeah, Basic, Demon, and Cold World on the bottom side, and the invasion into Mobizane's jungle. You see him in the mid lane right now, and Avalon just doing a good job of contesting his purple buff. There goes T trying to help him out. Yato trying to pick up the pieces, not trying to deny Mobazane any more farm. They were able to fend off Avalon.
Yeah, they did and fend off Avalon, but Chicken looking like he's going to go in, but he doesn't choose to disengage.
Yeah, circling Eagles in, but nobody to follow. ISO now joining the party. Chicken will be able to get out of there. I mean, look at the sustainability on the midfielder, already back to full HP.
Yeah, he's really fast, but the sustainability, the counter sustainability coming in from Demon is going to be able to save a lot of people. The Nether Realm is just a really, really good utilities, and with a lot of mages being kind of nerfed in the recent patches, it kind of lets Fairman shine a little bit more. But Wheezy, some of the items on the board?
That's right. Hawsclaw is being picked up from Islo and leading in the gold lane by about 400 gold. Slowly starting to scale a little bit better than Basic. Now, Basic did find his first death nice and early in this game, and that could have led to that. So maybe if BTK can't get these neutral objectives, they should put some pressure in that gold lane.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. It's kind of crazy. Mobazane is still ahead in gold in the jungle. Tarzan has been the one that actually chooses to invade. You saw a small invade on the bot side into the boot buff, but now for the neutral objectives.
There it goes. Will the third time be the charm? No, it's not. Tarzan able to get the turtle yet again over BTK, which will give him a massive boost in experience.
Of course, the experience and the gold lead. Avalon is now going to be ahead. Oh, actually, it's just still going to be relatively close. They did end up picking that turtle, but they still have to make sure Basic gets the farm in. With a score 0-1-0, it's not so bad so far. Basic, you know, he just cannot be dying so much here.
You know, this is kind of looking similar to yesterday, right? Avalon taking advantage of the early game, but BTK able to pick it up in the mid. So right now, Avalon has total control, right? Yes, they're not leading in the scoreboard on kills, but they have the neutral objectives and putting a lot more damage on that turret in the gold lane.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Mobazane is on that Lancelot. This is kind of the wild card that I'm talking about. We don't really see him traditionally play a lot of these assassin junglers, but with the tank Lancelot, it kind of adds a little bit of element surprise. He can get onto that backside, making sure the Nether Realms pop, and kind of immune the Divine Judgment coming out from the Kaja.
Yeah, and speaking of junglers, Tarzan already in position to contest Mobazane's purple buff yet again. There goes the taunt with the energy eruption. Zane not gonna let it go. Phantom Executions in, Thorn Rose as well. And now Promise very low, trying to get out, circling Eagle from Chicken. And the last Insanity from T will drop him down. Basic in the gold lane will take down ISO, but Praise Wrath on to T. Does he get away? The dash in from Tarzan. T trying to get out of there. Chicken may be able to provide that sustainability needed, and it looks like he was able to survive.
Yeah, T's going to be able to get out there. He did end up picking the Ice Queen wand, so that's going to add a lot of sustainability and mobility for the side of BTK. They kind of have to try and figure out how they can get onto the backside once again. It has to be Mobazane here.
Ooh, and there goes the turret. First turret falling in favor for Avalon in the gold lane, but there's Mobazane onto Basic. Oh, everybody joining the party. Circling Eagle around. Yato with the sniper takes down Basic. Fight still on the way. Demon trying to get out of there. 4 members of BTK on the chase into the turret. Last insanity from T. Not hitting the mark, but no problem. ISO draws the kill.
And that's a 5-man rotation onto the bot side, so Avalon definitely put a lot of resources to making sure that ISO can just counter out that tower. But the response coming in from Avalon is great. They're getting this mid lane push. Cold World is doing a great job getting that mid tower.
Whoa, what is going on? Avalon not playing any games today. Not high in kills, but high in objectives. Tarzan very low. BTK in the mid lane. Divine Judgment onto Mobazane. Will be able to puncture through and get back to the river. But Falling Star Moon from Promise having other plans on the Chicken. Very low. Demon gets the kill.
Yeah, fair miss. With that recent update, they did kind of nerf the ability to be able to bounce around in the damage, but they kind of pushed up the base damage. And now with the Lord coming up, Avalon kind of has the lead. They have Chicken down, so maybe now is the time that they kind of do this little tango, making sure that they can get something on the opposite side, or they're going to look to group up and see if they can get a pick.
Ooh, ISO by himself on an island. 3 members of Avalon. Demon taking him down, and now focusing on the team. Mobazane, Yato for the defense, trying to keep him alive. You are going to see the Lord spawned in, and right now, the pit is controlled by Avalon.
Yeah, ISO kind of had a misplay up there. He didn't really carry the Purifying. He had the sprint, but he did not pop it. Members of Avalon was just a little bit too fast, but Chicken once again.
Ooh, Chicken definitely circling around, but nobody to follow. And Promise on this Esmeralda has just been executing it flawlessly, right? Providing the frontline presence to keep BTK on the back line. But speaking of back lines, there goes Mobazane, puncturing in onto Demon, onto Promise, but the Lord aggro being pulled by Tarzan. Zane with the Thorn Rose onto Tarzan as well. Looks like we might have a little bit of a Lord dance on the way.
Yeah, and throughout that whole entire time, Cold World and Basic were pushing onto that bot side. They make sure they could get that advantage on the side. That's called what we call the banana split. And Avalon really likes to do that, the circling eagle.
Speaking of banana split, a full Sunday on a Demon, but Thorn Rose from Zane will not finish and take him out. Demon in the mid lane now, about half HP. Tarzan still continuing to pull aggro on this Lord, right? They got what they came for so far. Able to take the first 3 turtles and trying to take the first Lord as well, but Zane and T not making it easy for them, providing that pressure. Speaking of pressure, Yato, the Beer's Passion hits him. Tarzan connects for the kill and takes him out.
Yeah, that's a good rotation coming out from Avalon. Cold World and Basic, they were kind of on that boss side, and when they were able to get that pick, the flicker into the Divine Judgment was able to get Basic on that kill. Now the Lord is already being pulled onto the side, but it doesn't seem like BTK wants to give it up.
Yeah, and T, speaking of BTK, is going to find Promise, 1 member falling while the Lord is at about 60% HP. You are seeing Mobazane, T, ISO, Chicken in position. Tarzan, Demon, and Cold World as well, but looks like Tarzan is now going to shift into the jungle. Zane, though, same kind of game plan. So 7-5 so far, 12-minute mark, now hitting that mid-game. We are going to be able to see, this is typically when we see BTK be able to turn it around. But can they do it this time? Astro Echo going out, last Insanity from T. You are going to see the Netherrealm for the sustainability on Avalon. Thorn Rose in, Demon very low, same with Cold World. Praise Wrath from Tarzan, forcing BTK back to their side of the jungle.
Yeah, Chicken continually just saving the members of BTK, getting them out of trouble. And now, this is the time of Avalon where they get to kind of try to dance out this Lord. We saw the Novaria once again. He's sitting at a 3-2-2, farming up, and the damage is just going to get stronger and stronger into the late game. And that is going to be smelling trouble with Avalon because they're playing a front to back comp. They don't have an assassin, they don't have a Fanny. They have a Fredrin that's sitting in the front. So who's going to be able to get onto that Novaria? I feel like that's the win condition coming out from Avalon.
That's right, that's the $1,000,000 question. This is game day, the finals. You have to win this to move forward. It's make it or break it. Lord still intact at about 45% HP. Tarzan in position for the Retribution. Promise again with the Esmeralda, zoning out BTK. Zane at about 40% HP. Basic able to get the kill, takes down Chicken. They do not have the sustainability. They have lost their roamer, and Basic will claim the Lord for Avalon.
Yeah, Mobazane was kind of nowhere to be found right there. He's just kind of hit pretty low right there, so he was unable to get anything.
Oh, speaking of low, Promise taking out ISO. Both marksmen's falling. Wait, what is going on? That's Chicken, that's ISO out. Actually, full team of Avalon still alive, able to claim that Lord as well. So that's 3 turtles and one lord in their favor, and now opening up the map in their favor.
Yeah, the Kings are kind of falling down right here at the 13-minute mark. They're looking to siege onto the mid side, but without any minions, they're not going to be able to. The Lord is going to be marching down onto the spot side. It's about a 4 to 5k gold lead for the side of Avalon. They kind of have to sink these waves good, and with the mid wave cleared right away, I'm not sure if that's going to be the best decision coming out from Avalon.
Not just any lord, a luminous lord making his way on the bottom side. A possible ticking time bomb as Avalon is trying to open up the base for BTK, and there it goes. Basic, wasting no time, eyes on the prize, takes the middle inhibitor turret.
Wow, I'm really surprised right here. BTK, they have the export, they have the Novaria for the clear, so they definitely have tools to be able to push these waves, but it just seems like Avalon, they're taking advantage of the death timers. You had ISO that was still stuck there inside the base, so they definitely were able to push onto this mid side, and with this Luminous Lord marching down, they're looking to go for the next one.
Yeah, definitely putting BTK in a tricky position, trying to seize the opportunity to take another inhibitor on the bottom side, and there it goes. Now Lord making his way to the base crystal. Full team of BTK trying to defend Avalon from closing it out. Pay attention to the base. Very low. Demon is going to take out Yato. Gets a double. Finds Chicken. BTK trying to hold on. Promise is going to take out ISO. T very low. T is going to find Tarzan Basic. He is going to fall. T gets a double on the other side of the board, but the base has fallen. Avalon takes game 1 against BTK.
Avalon